Good day, and we'll be continuing from the previous topic, which is still the applications and specialized topics pertaining to Anvity, the gradient series. In the previous video, we have discussed the first part of the gradient series, which is the arithmetic series. In this particular video, we'll be discussing the other one, which is the geometric series. Okay, so we have an introduction on the uniform geometric series. Actually, this is non-uniform dapat, no? So, doon kasi sa uniform, that is a part of Anvity. But the difference of gradient to Anvity is that, no, yung series of payments nga ay hindi pantay-pantay. So, yun yung non-uniform payments. No? So, some economic equivalence problems involve projected cash flow patterns that are changing at an average rate of G for each period. Take note that the G that we used in the arithmetic, non-uniform arithmetic series is the constant difference, no, between two successive payments. In here, we are concerned about the constant rate, okay, between successive payments. A fixed amount of a commodity that inflates in price at a constant rate for each year is a typical situation that can be modeled with a geometric sequence of cash flows. The resultant end-of-year cash flow pattern is referred to as a geometric gradient series. So the other one is the arithmetic gradient series and has the general appearance as shown below. If we're going to look at the cash flow diagram of the geometric series, it is very different with that of the arithmetic series because in arithmetic, the end of period 1 does not have any cash flow in it. But in here, it's just like your usual annuity, except that the payments are non-uniform and they are exponential in nature. Okay, so the present value of this annuity or of this geometric series is still at the first period before the first payment. Okay, I mean one period before the first payment. That is the location of the present worth of this gradient. So if we were to draw that, no, it is here, the present worth of this gradient. Okay, and the discussion for gradient geometric gradient series has no limitations as compared to the arithmetic gradient series, wherein it is only built for an ascending linear or ascending arithmetic series. Okay, in geometric series we don't have that limitation. So what we just have to do is to just change the sign of the gradient, no? Doon kasi sa arithmetic, kapag negative yung gradient natin, ang gagawin natin, 'di ba? Kukunin na natin yung highest value ng gradient, gagawin nating annuity, no? Kumbaga bubuuin natin and then susubtract natin yung increasing amounts ng difference nila, no? Ang gaya ng ginawa natin sa isang sample problem do sa previous video. So for this one, no, hindi kailangan. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin, palitan yung sign ng ating G or ng gradient natin. Okay? So, mananotice natin that, no, the initial cash flow in this particular series is at the end of the first period. No? Very similar with that of the annuity topic. Okay? So, ano yung mga ano yung derivation natin dito? No? To find the future worth of this geometric gradient series, we have this formula, f is equal to a over I minus g, quantity 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 plus g raised to n, where your interest rate is not supposed to be equal with your gradient, because if it's equal, then I minus g in here becomes 0 and anything divided by 0 is undefined. So that cannot be possible. Therefore, if we have I is equal to g, then the formula reduces to a times n times 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. Okay? So, similarly, if we are finding the present value, no, from the compound series formula, f is equal to p 1 plus I raised to n. Then you can substitute this equation into this one to find the present value. All you have to do is to just divide this by 1 plus I raised to n. Or you can just use the shift calc or shift solve portion of your calculator. Okay, so the A in here will be the first period payment. It is not the annuity, kaya sa geometric series magkaiba, oftentimes sa mga textbook pinapalitan yung variable ng first period payment, so hindi siya pwede ring P1 dahil ginagamit din yun for present value, so some variable aside from A and P is used. So probably like siguro pwedeng letter C ganon or letter B, so basta we have to understand that the A in here is actually the first period payment, kung ano yung payment do sa end of the first period. I is still the interest rate, N is the number of periods, and G is the rate, the constant rate difference between two payments, or the geometric rate of change per period. G is positive when payments are increasing, and G is negative when payments are decreasing. Okay, so we have it here an alternative formula that you can see in your textbook, or in other reference books, but I would suggest sticking to the formula that was first shown, which is this one, A equals I over I minus G, because yun yung pattern natin, A over I minus G, tapos ito din ay I minus G, so kumbaga parehas sila. Okay, so but you can of course use this if it's your preference to use it. Let's go right ahead to the sample problems. Okay, for our sample problem, we have in here a farmer hires 5 men to clear his ranch from grasses and bushes for 5 days. He pays them $3.50 for each of them per day. He projects that as the years will pass, the grasses and the bushes will weaken, and as a result, his expense will decrease by 10% every year for the succeeding years. What will be the present value of these payments for the first 10 years if I is equal to 5%? So let's first solve for letter A, or in this case, it's the first period payment. Okay? Nga lang guys, hindi ka mukha nung tag dito. Hindi ka mukha nung linear, yung arithmetic gradient series is meron siyang pang-convert into annuity. Dito wala siyang pang-convert, but that's very easy to do, diba? Basta meron ang present value and future value, as we have seen in the previous videos. Okay, so let's first compute for letter A, or the first period payment. Once again, so we have here 5 men which are paid how much? $3.50 each, and they will work for 5 days. So that's like 5 times 350 times 5. So that's 8,750. So if we are to construct our cash flow at the first period, babayad tayo ng 8. Yan pala natin. Babayad tayo ng 8,750, Sa second year naman, since hihina na yung mga roots niya, may projection na lilit daw ng 10% yung babayaran. So 8,750 times 0.90 na lang. 7,875 lang. And this will continue until the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th year. So, magiging pattern natin yan, parang ganito siya dapat. Yan. Diba? Parabolic siya. Hindi siya linear kasi arithmetic yun pag ganon. So, Yan, that's how we construct it, no? Yung cash flow diagram natin. With the last payment, of course, pwede na naman natin computein, no? Tuloy-tuloy, no? Times 0.9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No? So, 3389.93 yung ating 10th payment. No? So, how did I do that? No? Yan. Diba? Yan. Tapos, times 0.9 mo yan. Yan. Okay? 3389.93 yung ating last. Anyway, hindi naman siya required. Ang required dito is yung first payment, yung interest, at yung gradient. No? Yung gradient natin, kung makikita natin, 10% siya. No? Since decreasing siya, no? Ang gagawin mo, gawin mong negative 10%, 'di ba? Pwede mo ring naman gawing positive. Di gamitin mo yung 90%, no? No problem. But it must yield the same result. Okay? So, present value of these payments kanya, no? So, present ang sinosolve, F yung formula, gawin natin P, no? PG 1 plus I raised to N is equal to A over I minus G 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 plus G raised to N. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, no, yung ating N dito ay 10, no? 10 payments kasi 10 years. No? Yung I naman natin ay 5%. Okay? So, subukan natin. So, ang hinahanap ay PG. Meron tayo nung I natin which is 5%. Annual naman yan. No need to change anything. No? Raised to, ano ba tong N na to? No? Raised to negative, raised to 10 siya, rather. No? Kasi future dapat to, no? Okay? So, kung nandito siya sa right side, negative 10 siya. No? Equals, yung first payment natin is 8,750. Okay? Tapos yung I natin is 5%. Minus, yung G natin ay negative na 10%. No? And then, 1 plus 5% raised to how many payments? 10 payments. Minus 1 plus negative 10% raised to 10. Ayan. Ayan. No? So, calculate natin. 8, 7, x pala. Alpha x, 1 plus 0.05 raised to 10, no? Equals 8,750 over 0.05 minus 0.10. Yan. Since I is not equal to G, you can use this formula. No? Pag pantay, marireduce siya doon sa A times N times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1, I think. Yes, tama. Okay? So, make sure na tama lang yung pagka-input natin para tama yung ating sagot. Okay? Minus 1 plus negative 10, 0.10 raised to 10. Close. Ayun, no? Oops. Shift solve pala dapat. So, the present value is 684. Bakit ang baba? So, let's look for any inconsistency here. Oh, wala siyang raised to 10. Meron. Okay. Oh, ito. Minus 10 siya. Dapat minus 0.10. Okay. Ayun. 45,846.60. So, that's the present worth of this gradient. 45,846.60. Present worth of the gradient, no? Which is, yun yung hinahanap natin. No? So, all we did was substitute. No? Basta the first payment is known, then you can apply the formula basically. No? Now, another method without using the formula is again by using the sigma notation. Let's build up, no, a formula once again or a pattern just like what we did in the arithmetic gradient series. Okay? So, sigma notation tayo. Pag sigma notation, kailangan naka-pattern siya na pag sinubstitute ni calculator yung mga x natin is, similar siya doon sa compounding natin, doon sa cash flow natin, no? So, pag tinignan mo yan, yung 8750 babalik mo sa 0 ng isa, 7875 babalik mo ng dalawa, and so on, no? So, yung sigma notation natin, sigma, ang umpisa natin, syempre, 1, no? Ang end natin dito, 10, di ba? Or n na lang para magawa natin yung pattern, no? So, naka-open parenthesis yan. We have here 8, first payment na lang. Okay? Yung first payment na yan, no, multiply mo yan ng 1 minus 0.10. Okay? Itong term na to ay para dun sa 8750, 7875, no? Tapos i-erase mo siya by hindi. Okay, i-erase mo siya by an exponent. Let's say x minus 1. So try natin muna yan, no? So yung first payment natin 8750. Okay? 1 minus, ito, try ko muna using your solve function, raised to x minus 1, such that pag pinindot ko ay 1 yung x 8750. Pag 2 siya, dapat 7875 to, yung nilitaw. Ayun, no? So, nakikita nyo? Ayan. So, na-pattern na natin yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng payments. Next natin ipa-pattern is yung pagko-compound naman, no? Yung pagko-compound is syempre, yung 0.10 dito, no, ay g yun, di ba? Kung titingnan natin, 1 plus g, dapat ito. No? Okay, tapos yung ating pang-compound ay 1 plus i. Raised to negative x dapat siya. No? So, pag ito ay 1, no, negative 1 ito, ibabalik niya si 8750 na isang beses, di ba? Which is yung gusto nating mangyari. Okay? So, pag ito ay 1, 8750 yung ating value dito. Ito, 8750 siya. Ito ay 8750. Tapos ito ay 1 plus I raised to negative 1. Pag naman 2 yung sinubstitute ng calcu, 7875, tapos ito ay negative 2. Which is, yung gusto nating mangyari. Okay? So, dapat maging parehas yung sagot dito na 45,846.60. Let's try. So, using our calculators, sigma notation. First payment, which is 8750. Okay. Times 1 plus g. Negative 0.10 ang ating g. Raised to x minus 1. Yan yung para sa pag-decrease ng payment. Ito naman yung pag-compound ng pabalik. 1 plus 0.05 ang ating interest. No? Raised to negative x. So, ito wala ng no? Hindi mo na kailangan ng anything. Kasi yung ginagawa natin, dinadala natin lahat sa 0. Kinukuha natin yung present worth of this geometric gradient. Okay. So, our starting value is 1. Ending value natin is 10. You should be able to get 45,846.6 if everything is correct. No? Ayun. No? So, it's the same. 45,846.6 pa rin siya using our sigma notation. So, which is easier, no? Of course, it all depends on you, no? Kung ano yung or saan kayo na dadalian, no? Ngayon, kung future naman yan, no? Edi, gawin mo na lang 45,846, multiply mo siya ng 1 plus I raised to 10. No? Walang kahirap-hirap, diba? So, using your formula, you get 45,846.6, and using your sigma notation, you get the same value. Okay? So, since pinapanap lang naman dyan yung present value, then that will be the final answer for number 1. Let's check out number 2. So, sa number 2, kung titingnan natin, dito na nagpantay yung I equals G. No? Ayan, kung titingnan mo, an engineer borrowed an amount as a certain bank that can be paid by 4 end-of-year installments. The first payment fell after 3 years. Okay. Stock natin yung cash flow. Medyo kakaiba to. Okay. So, ito yung 0, 1, 2, and 3. Dito pa lang mag-umpisa yung payment natin. No? So, ang inaano dito, magkano daw yung hinram? How much did he borrow? Kanya. Tapos nakabigay na yung interest rate, 8%. No? Matic naman na annual yan. Okay? Ito yung hinahanap natin, yung P. How much did he borrow if the cost of money is 8%? So, yung first payment niya, 100,000. No? Tapos, nag-increase daw ng 8% kada taon thereafter. Pag sinabing thereafter, dati ang ano natin dyan, perpetuity. Pero dahil nakalagay naman for end of year installments lang. No? Ibig sabihin lang nun, yung natirang tatlo, ganoon din yung nangyari. Okay? So, drawing natin yung first, yan yung 100,000. Tapos yung second payment, dumagdag ng 8%. So, naging 108K. Fifth and sixth. Yan. So, kung titingnan natin, dapat magbubuo yan ng parang parabolic. Hindi siya linear. Yan. Okay? So, 108, multiply mo ng, ano ba yan? 0.08. Ay. Yan yun. 116,640. Tapos, multiply mo rin yan ng 1.08. 125,971. Okay? So, yun yung mga value natin. No? Ang tinatanong, magkano yung hinaram? Yan. So, pwede mong gamitin yung sigma notation. Pwede mo rin gamitin yung formula. Yun nga lang, ang makuha natin na PI nandito. No? So, kailangan pa natin i-atras yan pag nakuha natin ng dalawang beses pa atras. No? So, yun lang gagawin natin. Unahin natin yung formula. So, para makuha yung formula, pantay yung I sa G natin. No? So, ang pinaka-formula lang natin na pwedeng gamitin ay, no? Kung hinahanap natin yung P na yan, na nasa 2, end of period 2, P times 1 plus I raised to N, PG, is equal to A times N times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Ay. So, yung A natin is still the first payment, 100,000. Yung I natin ay 8%. Yung N natin ay 4 lang siya, no? Kasi 4 na payment. No? PG. Okay. Ito yung PG natin na sinasolve. N natin, 4 times 1 plus 8% times 4 minus 1. Okay, tingnan natin. Alpha x 1 plus 0.08 raised to 4 equals 100,000 times 4 times 1 plus 0.08 raised to 4 minus 1. Oops. Shift solve pala dapat. Answer is 370, 370.37. No? Present. At 2 pa lang yan. 370, 370.37 pesos. So, ang hiniram niya, yung P at 0, 370, 370.37 times 1 plus 8% raised to, ilang beses ibabalik, no? 1, 2, negative 2. 370, 370.37 times 1.08 raised to negative 2. 317,532.90. 317,532.90 ang tamang sagot. Okay? How about the sigma notation? Let's try. Sigma, no? First payment is 100,000. Tapos since increasing siya, no? Yung G natin is positive. No? 1 plus 0.08 raised to x minus 1 pa din. Okay? Then, yung compounding, which is 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative x. Okay? So, 0 pa rin to. 1 pa rin, no, hanggang 4. Alabas dapat yung, ano to? Yung 370. No? Ayun, 0.37. So, same siya. Ngayon, kung gusto nyo naman diretso na to, no? Hindi yung gawin mo dito. Ilan ba to? Ilan ba yung ina-atras niya dito? 1. Ilan yung ina-atras niya? So, negative x to, di ba? Siguro pwedeng, ano ba yan? Para lumabas, pag, nilagay mo ay 1, dapat lalabas negative 3. Paano yan? 1, 2, 3. Negative 3. Yan. Ayan. Pwede siguro to. Try natin. No? Negative 3 minus 1. O, yun. Ang compound siya. No? So, pabalik ng 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative 2 dapat. Para pag 1 yung pinalit ng calcu, negative 3 to. Tapos pag 2 naman, negative 4. And so on. Okay. Ayun. No? Similar. 317,532.90. But I wouldn't risk that, no? Yung ganito. Siyempre, nilalaro ko na lang siya. Pero ang pinaka-safe natin, yung P na lang. No? At yung P ay nag-occur sa geometric 1 period before the first payment. Doon sa arithmetic, iba siya, no? 2 periods siya. Diba? Okay? So, doon sa arithmetic, kung babalikan natin, no? Ito. Okay? Ganun pa rin pala siya. Naka-pattern siya na before the first payment, nandun yung present value. Yung formula yung sinasabi ko pala. Yung formula ng arithmetic kasi, kailangan may blanco siya dun sa first period. Wala siyang cash flow dun. No? So anyway, no, that pretty much covers geometric series. As I am always reminding, no, we each have our own method. So it's up to you to choose whether you use sigma notation or you opt for the formula. Doesn't matter because at the end, we would have one similar answer. It will vary in the decimal, but since nakita nyo na, no, actually pati decimal parehas siya. No? Okay, so that sums up the gradient series. No? Hope you learned something from that. And if you have any questions, don't forget to comment or message me. Okay. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.